Hi there and welcome back to the program. Today it's day 3 and we're going to progress some of the exercises that we've done so far as well as introduce some new exercises. So we're going to begin in standing. We're going to use our balance work as a bit of a warm-up. And first thing we're going to do is just take that shoulder blade placement again that we practiced yesterday. So rolling the shoulder blades up, shoulders up towards the ears, gliding the shoulder blades down, lifting the chest. And then from here, make sure your feet are underneath the hips. We're going to take a breath in. And then on the out breath, we're going to bring the arms forwards and we're going to lift the right heel away from the floor. Again, on the in breath, we're going to lower down. And again, on the out breath, we lift the left heel away from the floor. Good. Now this time, we're going to lift the right heel all the way up. We're going to balance on the toes of the right foot. We lower down. And again, here we balance on the toes of the left foot. And then this time, we're going to lift the right foot away from the floor. We're going to lower down, and again, we're going to lift the left foot away from the floor. So as we've done the previous 2 days, we're going to gradually increase the height of our knee lift, working towards getting that knee up to about hip height. So from here, we're going to start to add to our movement. So as the knee comes up here, I want you to flex the right foot. And then you're going to rotate the knee out to the side, taking the arms out, opening the chest. We come all the way back and we lower down. Now, as you rotate the hip, I want you to try and keep the knee at about hip height. So it's tempting to let that knee drop a little, but try and rotate it out like it's gliding on rails. So moving the knee out and away from the body just makes that balance a little bit harder. And don't get too frustrated with yourself if you struggle. There's lots of things that can affect balance. Just keep coming back and trying again, alternating from side to side. Good, well done. And again, left knee forwards. Rotate the hip. Good, well done. And then step it down. Good, now from here, again, we're going to continue with our warm-up. We're going to bring the arms forwards as we take a breath in. And then on the out breath, we're going to open up the arms as we lift the heels. Slowly back and lower down. So we come forwards, lifting the heels off, opening the arms, lift the chest, and then all the way back and slowly down. Good, well done. This is gonna, again, challenge your balance, but also work on stability of the ankles and the feet, strengthening your calves. Good, well done. So make sure when you push the arms back, you can feel a little stretch in the front of the shoulders. Good, well done. So we're going to take one more. Good, well done. Come all the way back and down and just give the legs a little shake. We're going to make our way now to the back of the mat, length of the mat in front of us. And here we're going to put a little squat into our hips to bring the chest down over the thighs. This is going to bring us closer to the mat. We're going to walk all the way out into a tabletop position. We're going to take the left hand out a little bit wider than normal. So if you're on a standard size mat, half your hand is on the mat and half the hand is off. And then you're going to bring your right hand under your belly button with your palm facing upwards. We take a breath in, and then on the out breath, we bend into the left elbow as we push the right arm through, bringing the shoulder down towards the floor. And then on the in breath, we open up the arm and we rotate. So again, we come down, bending into the elbow, left elbow bringing that right shoulder down, and again we open up. Now this is level 1. You can challenge your balance a little bit more by sliding the left foot out, hooking the toes underneath, pushing the heel back so the leg is active, the muscles are working, and then opening your chest. This is going to challenge your core a little bit more, but it's also going to give you a bit more scope to rotate. And then your final option here is, as you send that right arm underneath, lift the left leg off. Now just be careful not to roll back. And then you can keep the leg off the floor as you open up for your spine twist. But personally, I prefer to bring the foot down just because I get more rotation. Good, well done. And then from here, we're just gonna rest it down. That left wrist might feel a little bit sore, so just loosen it off. Just sit back into child's pose and just take a couple of deep breaths here. Good, and then we're gonna come up and do the same to the other side. So this time, sliding the right hand out a little bit wider, bringing the left hand underneath your belly. Again, we take a breath in, and on your out breath, bending into that right elbow, sliding the left arm through, bringing the shoulder down towards the mat. And then on the in breath, we open up. And again, slide it through. Make sure you bend into the right elbow, otherwise you're going to struggle to get that shoulder down. So again, your level 2 here would be to slide your right leg back this time. Again, pressing the heel back. And then your final option, lifting that leg away as you push the arm underneath, and then dropping the foot to open up. And you're aiming to get those wrists to stack over each other as you bring the arm out. But don't worry if you're not there yet. Good, well done. And again, we're gonna sit back, loosen off any tension in that right wrist, find your child's pose and just take a little breath in here. We're gonna come over now onto our right hand side, and we're gonna do an exercise for the glutes and the core. So you're gonna come all the way down, full side lying, and you're gonna stack your ankles, knees, and hips, left hand down in front. You're gonna lift the left leg a tiny bit away from the right leg. Imagine you've got a tennis ball between your ankles, and you're gonna create a gap here between your waist and your mat. And I want you to try and maintain this gap throughout the next 2 exercises. We take a breath in, and then on the out breath, we squeeze both legs up and away. And on the in breath, we lower down. So we're keeping the feet and the ankles equal distance apart as we lift the legs. And again, as I mentioned, we're keeping that gap between the waist and the mat. So the pelvis stays neutral. You can challenge your balance a little bit more with this exercise by taking your left hand off, laying it on your hips, but do make sure that you don't roll back onto your bottom for balance, so make sure you're still on your hip. And you can also bring the arm up and over as you lift the legs. Again, challenging your balance. Good, so make sure that those feet are remaining equal distance. Don't let that left leg run away. Keep that gap between your waist and the mat. We're going to take one more. And then we're going to bring the left hand back down. Right leg is going to rest on the floor, and the left leg's going to come up a little higher, maybe just a bit higher than hip height. We take another breath in, and then on the out breath, we squeeze the right leg up to tap the left. So again, here as you push that right foot up, don't have the left leg so high that you can't reach, and equally don't make it too easy for yourself. And again, as you kick that right leg up, you're keeping that gap between your waist and your mat. You may feel your left leg starting to get a little bit weary at this point. Good, well done. We're going to take 2 more. Good, well done. Rest the legs down. And then I find it helpful to just step the left leg back, just to allow the glutes in the left leg just to ease off tension a little bit. We're going to move around now into seated. We've got a core exercise in seated. Beginning with the feet flat to the floor, we're gonna hold onto the thighs and just lift the chest. Again, think about drawing those shoulder blades down into your 2 imaginary back pockets. We're gonna bring the arms forwards, wrists in line with the shoulders. We take a breath in, and then on the out breath, we're gonna roll off our sit bones, tuck in the tailbone under so you're tipping the pelvis back, and we're gonna draw the right elbow back. On your in-breath, we're gonna pull all the way back up onto those sit bones, and then on your out-breath, we're gonna draw that left elbow back. Now look back at your elbow as you roll back, and you're in control of how far you roll back here. So you can keep the movement fairly small, or you can see if you can get that elbow all the way down to the floor. So it's your workout, you take it to the level that you feel comfortable with. So this is your level 1. Now level 2, you can kick out the opposite leg to the elbow that you're drawing back. So if you're drawing your right elbow back, you're gonna kick that left leg out. Again, this is really gonna challenge your core, create a little bit of wobble through the trunk of the body. Good, well done. So breathing out to roll back, breathing in to lift. We're gonna take one more to each side. Good, well done. And then just release the hips. You might feel a little bit of tension in the quads and the front of the hips. And we're gonna move over now onto our left side. So do it exactly the same that we did on the right. So again, we come all the way down, full side lying. Make sure you're laying on your hip, and again, you've got this gap between your waist and the mat. Right hand is down in front of your chest. Small gap between the feet, as if you're holding on to something about the size of a tennis ball. Again, we take a breath in, and on the out breath, we lift those legs. Breath in to lower. Again, we lift, breath into lower. Again, keep that gap here between the waist and the mat. If you want to challenge your balance, remember you can take that right arm off. Again, do make sure you don't roll back onto your bottom. And you can also take it up and overhead. Good, well done. Keep lifting up out of the waist, keep it away from the mat. Pelvis in neutral, we're gonna take one more. Good, and again, bringing that hand back down in front of the chest, letting that bottom leg rest on the floor, keeping the top leg up. We take a breath in, and then on the out breath, we squeeze the bottom leg up. And on the in-breath, we lower down. So again, keeping that waist lifted out of the mat, that right leg, that top leg is high enough that you can feel that challenge. Good, well done. Keep squeezing that leg up, keep lifting out of the waist. Good, we've got 4 more. Good, last 2. Good, well done. Rest it down, and again, if the glutes feel a little bit tense, just step that top leg back. Good. Congratulations on completing day 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again tomorrow.